Take a deep breath and let the weight of your body settle into the mattress. Imagine the world outside your door begins to fade, replaced by the vast, rhythmic pulse of the ocean. The infinite blue. The air here is cool and tastes of salt. A clean, bracing mist that settles on your skin like a soft veil. You are standing where the shore meets the water, a place of perfect transition. The sand beneath you is cool and fine, giving way slightly under your weight, grounding you. The horizon is a soft, blurred line where the deep indigo of the water meets the velvet violet of the twilight sky. There is no hurry here. There is only the breath of the world, the rhythm of the tide. Listen to the water. It moves with a slow, deliberate grace. And inhale. A long, low hiss as a wave slides across the sand, reaching toward you with fingers of white foam. And pause. A moment of perfect stillness at the peak of the tide. And exhale. The liquid weight pulling back, tumbling tiny pebbles and shells with a sound like distant wind chimes. The ocean does not rush. It has all the time in the world. As you listen, your own breathing begins to match this ancient place. In and out, rising and falling. Beneath the surface, imagine drifting just slightly offshore, floating weightless on the surface. The water supports your body completely. You are cradled by the buoyancy of the salt. Your limbs heavy and relaxed. Below you, the deep currents move like slow, silent rivers. They are cool and constant. Sunlight has faded, leaving only the gentle glow of the moon reflecting off the swells shimmering silver paths that dance across the dark water. The night falls on the coast. The stars begin to wake, pinning themselves to the dark canopy above. The sound of the waves becomes a steady, low hum, a white noise that smooths over the edges of your own thoughts. Every worry, every task, and every tomorrow is washed away by the tide, carried out into the deep, dark center of the sea, where they dissolve into nothingness. You are safe. You are still, and you are as constant as the tide. The waves are not merely water. They are pulses of energy traveling from 1,000 miles away, finally finding rest upon this shore. Each one is unique, yet they all share the same purpose: to soothe. Imagine the water as it curls. It creates a hollow space, a temporary cathedral of glass and foam. Inside that curve, the air is still and cool. As the wave collapses, it releases a fine, microscopic mist to the air. This mist carries the scent of ancient minerals and deep sea gardens. With every breath you take, your lungs feel clearer, lighter, and more at peace. The sound is a low frequency vibration. It's a rumble you feel in your chest more than hear with your ears. It is the heartbeat of the planet, steady and unwavering. It tells you that you are part of something much larger, something that has been moving in this exact way for millions of years and will continue to do so long after you've fallen into a deep, dreamless slumber. The moon has climbed higher now, hanging like a pale, glowing lantern in the sky. Its light doesn't pierce the darkness, it softens it. The surface of the ocean becomes a sheet of hammered silver, rippling with the movement of the swells. If you look closely at the wet sand where the water has just retreated, you see the reflection of stars. For a brief moment, sky and the earth are one. The wet sand is like a mirror, dark and gleaming, holding the lights of the cosmos until the next wave comes to wash it clean and start the pattern anew. Now, imagine yourself moving further out, away from the breaking surf. You are moving into the deep swells, where the water is smooth and rhythmic. Here, there is no crashing, only the slow lifting and lowering of the great body of the sea. You are lifted gently towards the stars, feeling the immense power of the water beneath you, cradling you safely. You sink softly into the trough of the wave, cocooned by the dark, quiet walls of water on either side. There is a profound silence out here. The only sound is the soft lap of water against water. The air is slightly warmer here, held by the thermal energy of the sea. You feel a sense of total surrender. You don't need to swim. You don't need to move a single muscle. The ocean knows exactly where to take you. And right now, it is taking you toward rest. Deep beneath you, miles below the surface, the water is cold and still. In the abyss, there is no wind, no sun, and no time. There is only a heavy, comforting pressure, the weights of a world at peace. Think of your mind like this ocean. On the surface, there might be small ripples of thought, the remnants of the day's activities. But as you go deeper into your consciousness, those ripples disappear. At your core, you are still as vast as the deep sea. The deeper you go, the quieter it becomes. The quieter it becomes, the heavier your eyelids feel. The salt in the water makes your body feel as light as a feather. Yet your mind feels pleasantly heavy, sinking into the soft pillows of sleep. As we return our focus to the shore, notice the treasures left behind by the tide. Each shell polished by years of tumbling in the surf is a miracle of geometry and patience. There are fragments of sea glass, bits of man-made things that the ocean has spent decades softening, smoothing, and turning into frosted gems of emerald and sapphire. The ocean takes what is sharp and makes it soft. It takes what is loud and makes it quiet. It is doing the same for you now. It is smoothing over the sharp edges of your day. It is softening the tension in your shoulders, your jaw, and your hands. The wind begins to whisper through the dune grass behind you. It's a dry, papery sound that contrasts perfectly with the liquid melody of the water. The grass bows to the sea, acknowledging the moon's pull. Somewhere in the distance, a buoy bell rings, a single muffled note. It is a lonely sound, but a comforting one. A signal that all is well and the path is clear. The world is tucking itself in. The birds have long since returned to their nests in the cliffs. The tide is reaching its highest point, claiming the beach for the night. The water is coming closer now, its cool edge just brushing the tips of your toes. A gentle reminder that you are connected to the pulse of the earth. And as we leave the shore behind, the sound of the breaking surf dissolves into a singular, low-frequency hum. You are moving now into the heart of the blue, where the water is deeper than a mountain is high. Here, the ocean is a vast, liquid velvet, wrapping around you in a heavy, comforting embrace. The color here is not black, but the deepest shade of indigo imaginable. A color so rich, it feels like a physical weight on the eyes. As you drift further out, the surface above becomes a ceiling of shifting mercury. The moonlight filters through the top few inches, creating long, shimmering curtains of light that wave back and forth and back and forth like the slow swing of a pendulum. You are floating in a state of perfect neutral buoyancy. You are neither rising nor sinking. You are simply being. Your body feels as though it has no edges. The cool water against your skin is indistinguishable from the air you breathe. Every muscle in your back, from the base of your skull to the tips of your toes, releases its hold. You are a part of the current now. The silence here is profound. It is not the absence of sound, but the presence of a deep, watery stillness. If you listen with your spirit, you can hear a slow, rhythmic thrum of the earth's rotation, muffled by miles of seawater. It is the ultimate white noise, the sound that has existed since the first rains fell upon the cooling crust of the world. The water moves against you like silk. The world above, with its clocks and its noise, has ceased to exist. You are safe in this private, liquid world. The pressure of the water is like a gentle, weighted blanket, pressing away the last remnants of physical tension. Your jaw relaxes. The tiny muscles around your eyes let go. Your forehead becomes smooth, like the surface of the sea on the windless night. As you drift deeper into the velvet dark, tiny sparks of light begin to appear, like underwater stars. These are the soft glows of bioluminescence, living light that requires no fire and casts no shadows. They are flickers of pale green, soft electric blue, and shimmering gold. They drift past you slowly, like dust motes in a sunbeam. They have no hurry. They pulse with a slow, dim light that mimics the beating of a calm heart. Glow, fade, glow, fade. Your eyes follow one tiny light as it wanders through the dark, letting your gaze go soft and out of focus. The ocean is the world's greatest cradle. It is an environment of total support. There is no gravity here to pull at your joints. There is no hardness to press against your skin. You are suspended in a medium that loves you. A medium that has held life since the beginning of time. Imagine the water taking the weight of your thoughts. Each lingering worry is a small, heavy stone. One by one, you let them go. You watch them sink away from you, falling down, down into the silent depths where they can never be found again. They are gone. The water is clear. Your mind is vast and empty, reflecting only the slow, rhythmic pulse of the tide. You are drifting now toward the very edge of consciousness. The transition from the water to sleep is seamless. The rhythmic swaying of the swells becomes the rhythmic swaying of a dream. The deep indigo turns to a soft, warm darkness that feels like the inside of a cloud. The temperature is perfect. The air is still. The water is quiet. The deep sea is calling you to rest. It is a place where time does not move in minutes, but in eons. It invites you to let go of the day, to let go of the year, and to simply exist in this moment of liquid peace. As you continue to descend, the water transitions from the deep indigo of the open sea to a soft, glowing turquoise. The pressure remains a comforting weight, a gentle hug from the ocean itself. As you drift toward the silent, hidden gardens of the coral forests. Below you, the sea floor begins to rise, draped in a magnificent tapestry of living color. These are the coral forests, ancient, calcified cathedrals that grow with the patience of centuries. They are shaped like delicate fans, branching trees, and soft, rounded pillows. The colors here are muted by the water, softened into pastel echoes. The color of a sunset captured in stone, the hue of a quiet forest floor, the golden warmth of a dying ember. There is no wind here, only the surge, the rhythmic back and forth swaying of the entire ocean. Watch as the sea fans wave slowly, leaning left and leaning right, in a dance that never ends. They are perfectly flexible, perfectly at ease, moving with the water rather than against it. Between the structures of coral lie meadows of soft sea grass and plush emerald moss. It looks like the softest velvets imaginable. Imagine reaching out and feeling the texture, cool, slippery, and incredibly fine. It carpeted the sea floor, dampening all sound, creating a sanctuary of absolute quiet. The sand between the corals is white and pure, made of crushed pearls and tine. It holds the faint impressions of the currents, like tiny frozen waves. You drift over these meadows, barely a foot above the ground, feeling the immense peace of a world that is completely tucked away from the sun. In its crevices of the coral, life moves in slow motion. The sea anemone extends its soft petal-like tentacles, waving them in the currents like a flower in the breeze. A slow-moving starfish inches across a rock, its journey measured in hours, not minutes. Everything here exists in a state of quiet grace. There is no competition, no hurry, and no noise. The fish that glide through the branches of the coral move like colorful thoughts, drifting in and out of the shadows, their fins trailing behind them like silk ribbons. They don't splash, they don't cry out. They simply exist in the flow. Imagine a single tiny bubble escaping from a crevice below. Watch it as it begins its long, slow journey towards the surface. It is perfectly round, a silver pearl of air. It wobbles gently as it rises, expanding and contracting, caught in the same rhythmic pulse that moves your breath. The bubble moves upward, leaving the heavy stillness behind. As it rises, you stay here, anchored in the heavy, warm peace of the coral forest. Your body feels heavier now, sinking deeper into the soft moss of the tree. The structures of the coral begin to blur at the edges, turning into a soft, hazy shape of comfort. Water is a blanket. The light is a dim, flickering memory. The forest is growing darker now, as the moon passes behind a cloud far above. The colors fade into shades of gray and charcoal, and textures become even softer. You find a hollow in the center of a great brain-shaped coral, a perfect, natural cradle lined with the finest silt. You settle into it. The walls of the coral protect you from the currents. You're in a cocoon of salt and silence. The heartbeat of the ocean is the only thing you hear. A slow, steady thump, thump that tells you it is okay to let go. It is okay to close your eyes and sleep. The ocean has you now. The coral forest is still. The night is long and kind. As you settle into your coral cradle, the ocean begins to resonate with a new, deeper frequency. It is a sound that vibrates through the very marrow of your bones, a low, haunting melody that travels for hundreds of miles through the heavy silk of the water. A song of the ancients from the vast, open blue beyond the forest. The great whales are singing. Their voices are not high or sharp. They are the sounds of the earth itself breathing. A bass hum so low, it feels like a physical massage against your skin, soothing out every knot of tension. The slow rising moan that peaks like a gentle hill and then descends back into the silence of the deep. The way the sound lingers in the water, bouncing softly off the canyon walls and the coral branches, wrapping you in a cocoon of ancient music. These songs are stories without words. They speak of the vastness of the world, the cycles of the moon, and the peace of the deep. They are lullabies that have been sung for 1,000,000 years. And as you listen, your heartbeat slows to match their rhythm. You are being sung to sleep by the largest hearts on the planet. Guided by the low vibration of the whale song, you begin to drift toward a hidden opening in the sea wall. This is the entrance to the grotto of infinite warmth. As you move closer, the water begins to change. The cool indigo of the forest gives way to a soft, glowing amber. The water here is different. It is thick and heavy, like liquid satin, and it carries a gentle, radiating warmth. The heat of the earth's core rising through the vents in the seafloor. It is as warm as a bath, perfectly calibrated to the temperature of your skin. Inside the grotto, the walls are lined with a rare, bioluminescent moss that glows with a steady golden light. There are no flickering sparks here, only a constant, honey-colored radiance that fills the space. The floor of the grotto is covered in a layer of fine, white silt, softer than any down feather, deeper than any mattress. As you drift down toward it, the silt rises up to meet you, conforming to every curve of your body. It supports your lower back. It cradles your neck, and it lets your heavy limbs sink deep into its embrace. You are no longer holding yourself up. The water and the silts have taken every ounce of your weight. The golden water flows over your shoulders, soothing the muscles that carry the day's burdens. Inside this stone chamber, even the whale song becomes a distant, rhythmic thrum, like a clock ticking in a far-off room. In the center of the grotto, the small thermal vent releases a single, perfect bubble every few seconds. The sound is wet and rhythmic. It is the only clock in this world. Your eyes grow heavier. Your thoughts become slow and syrupy, like golden honey. The boundaries of your body seem to dissolve into the warm amber water. The light in this grotto begins to dim, turning from gold to a soft, dusky bronze. The water is still. The earth is warm. You are tucked away in the safest, most secret corner of the world. There is nothing left to do. There is nowhere left to go. The ocean is holding its breath so you can find yours. The deep, warm dark is calling. It is time to let the water take you the rest of the way.